Today, we're going to dive into the core ideas from Russell Brunson's book, Traffic Secrets. And look, forget about the latest social media hack that's here today and gone tomorrow. We are talking about building a truly unshakable foundation for your business, something that can survive any storm the internet decides to throw at it. And we're going to start with a pretty terrifying question.
Right away, he hits you with this. He calls it the Xanos snap, like Thanos from the Avengers. And it is such a perfect metaphor for a very, very real threat. I mean, what really happens when the platform you depend on for all your customers just decides to change the rules? Or worse, what if it just goes away?
And that really forces you to ask yourself this critical question. If all your leads, all your customers, they're all coming from Facebook or Google or Instagram, you don't actually own your traffic, you're just renting it. It's like building your dream house on someone else's property, and they can kick you out whenever they feel like it.
Now, this isn't just some made-up hypothetical scenario. It's a pattern. The book makes it super clear that this has happened before, and you better believe it is going to happen again. This complete lack of control over your business's lifeblood, its traffic, is the single biggest risk you face online, period.
And if you think this is just fear-mongering, let's look at some history. Back in the early 2000s, there was something called the Google slap. Literally, overnight, Google changed everything about its algorithm and its pricing. We're talking about cost per click jumping from maybe 25 cents to over $3. Small businesses that were crushing it one day were literally gone the next. Why? Because Google just decided to favor the big brands. This is the exact storm that Brunson is warning us about today.
So, how do you actually protect yourself from this? This is where the whole mindset of the book really kicks in. The goal is to stop chasing these temporary little tricks and instead build your business on an evergreen foundation. So you've got two paths, right? On the left, you've got what most people do. They chase algorithm loopholes, they try to go viral, they jump on every new platform trick. It's a total recipe for disaster. But on the right, you have these evergreen strategies that have worked for 100 years, way before the internet even existed. We're talking about principles of direct response marketing, finding where your customers already hang out, and, most importantly, building your own list.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This is the end goal. It's about building a business that's so strong, so resilient, that when that inevitable platform shift happens, you're not panicking. You're fine. In fact, you can almost laugh because you knew it was coming and you're protected. Your house isn't built on rented land.
Okay, so let's get into the how. This next part is probably the single most powerful, most actionable strategy in the entire book. If you've ever wondered, how do I find my people? This is your answer. It's called the Dream 100.
It all starts with this number, 100. So, what's that all about?
Here's the big aha moment. The hardest part of marketing, finding your dream customers, guess what? It's already been done for you. They're already gathered in these little pockets all over the internet, listening to certain podcasts, reading certain blogs, following certain influencers. Your job isn't to create an audience out of thin air. It's just to identify those 100 places where they already congregate. You're basically piggybacking on the trust that those platforms have already built.
In the process, it's beautifully simple. Seriously, just 3 steps. First, you have to get laser focused on who your dream customer actually is. Second, you make a list of those 100 places they hang out. That's your Dream 100. And third, you get in front of them. You either work your way in by building relationships and providing value for free, or you buy your way in with advertising. That's the whole game.
And hey, this isn't just some cool theory. This stuff works in the real world. The book gives amazing examples. Chet Holmes used this idea to focus on just 167 key buyers who controlled 95% of the money in his industry. Russell Brunson himself used it to sell over 100,000 books by targeting just 185 influencers. It's a proven, repeatable system.
So now you've found your Dream 100. What's next? Well, you can't just show up as a lurker. You got to change your own behavior on these platforms. It's not enough to just be there. You have to show up differently. It's time to stop being a consumer and start being a producer.
There's this fantastic story in the book about Arsenio Hall. Back when he had his talk show, his platform, he was one of the most powerful people in Hollywood. Everybody wanted to be on his show.
But the day his show got canceled, his phone stopped ringing. The lesson is so clear. The platform is the source of the power.
And this is the fundamental choice you have to make every single day. Are you going to be a consumer, just endlessly scrolling, getting distracted, getting sold to? Or are you going to be a producer? Are you the one consistently publishing content that actually helps your audience and adds value to the conversations happening on your Dream 100 platforms? One has zero leverage, the other one creates all of it. You have to build your own show.
And that leads us to the final and honestly the most important piece of this whole puzzle. Getting traffic from your Dream 100 is great, it's awesome, but it is not the end goal. The real goal is to turn that rented attention into something you truly own. So what is that asset? Let's be really clear about this. It's not your follower count, it's not your likes. The only real tangible asset you have in an online business is your list. Your email list, your text message list. These are the only things a platform can't just take away from you. It's a direct line to your customers that you control 100%. So why is this list so incredibly critical? Well, it kind of boils down to this number. The book shares a really simple rule of thumb. You can expect to generate, on average, about $1 per subscriber on your email list every single month. Now, that might not sound like a lot at first, but just look at what happens when you scale it. A list of just 1,000 fans, that could mean an extra $12,000 a year. A list of 10,000 fans, you're talking about a six-figure business. This is the predictable, scalable engine that makes you immune to that Xnav snap.
So this is the whole game plan, right here. You use the Dream 100 to get in front of your perfect customers. And then your number one goal is to move them from those rented platforms onto lists that you own and control. This is how you build a business that actually lasts.
When you boil it all down, this is the single biggest lesson from Traffic Secrets. We have to stop thinking about just getting our next customer. We have to start thinking about building a real asset. The goal isn't just to get traffic, it's to own your traffic.
And so we end right where we began. I want you to honestly ask yourself this question. Look at your business right now. If Facebook or Google or TikTok or whatever your main source of customers is, just vanished overnight, would you still be standing? The answer to that question reveals everything.